Okay, so the content is being recorded. Yeah, so that's what I'm working on. I want to be sure that the recording is scheduled, then we can take it up. Okay. So I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. I lost the screen I was sharing, so let me share it again. Okay, so we're back on. Okay, so I was talking about the 90-day sprint. We started it at the last meeting where I asked us to fill these tables. I don't know whether we filled it. If we filled it, fine. If we didn't fill it, fine. But I want us to focus on the next 90 days. And if we're focusing on the next 90 days, you're going to have to choose 3 levels of your life that you're going to work on, okay? So at that meeting last week, we spoke about mission, mindset, and money. So if that is the same thing you want to work on this week, then this month, and this quarter, and that's fine. If not, it could be anything. It could be your health, it could be your marriage, it could be your family, but there has to be top 3 things that you're working on. Okay, so if you have it ready, that's fine. If you don't have it ready, that is why we're having this session. Okay, so that you would have invested the next 90 days. The truth is that if you don't do anything, nothing will happen to you. But if you're going to gain more value from investing your time, focusing towards an outcome, and pursuing it, when you look at your life, you're going to be happier, at what you are achieving. Okay, so that's why we're doing this. Now, I'm recapping this. We're looking at the 90-day sprints. If money is a major thing for you, in the next 90 days, what is your dream level? And what are you going to do about it? Okay, I want to be sure it's been captured. If mindset is a major issue for you, what is your dream level? And what are you going to do about it? Okay, then if mission, it's a major goal for you, what is your dream level? And what are you going to do about it? Okay, so it could be more than this, like I said. It could be family, it could be your personal development, it could be any other thing, but I just want to be sure that you're committed towards it. Then beyond that, I'm going to expect us to do a 30 days plan, do a 90 days plan, a weekly plan. Now, I want to show you something today. It's called the ThriveCompass. I know it will help you a lot. Okay, I need to help you a lot. Now, my mindset, my thinking is quite structured, and my mindset is quite focused. Why? Because I do buildings, we have a plan. We have to follow the plan. And we have to translate the plan to reality. So that is what is helping me a lot do most of the things I'm doing. Okay, so I come up with a plan. I must have a system to achieve that plan, maybe set up a team to achieve that plan and also achieve it. So we're going to be looking at the ThriveCompass today, and it's going to help you. A compass is something every one of us knows, but most times you don't use. Now, pilots use compass. People that go on ship use compass. So if you're going to navigate through your next season, you need a compass. So what does compass help you to do? It helps you find your true north. It helps you to stay on course. It helps you to adjust your confidence, because sometimes if I tell you the next 90 days will be easy for you, I'm lying. A lot of things are going to go bad. You're going to meet a lot of challenges. you haven't lived the 90 days we're about to face before. You haven't lived it. You don't even know what is ahead of you. Do you understand? So you're going to meet mountains, you're going to meet roadblocks, you're going to meet valleys. And if you're not ready for them, when you meet them, sometimes you're thrown back. So you need to adjust your confidence. Then also you have to make empowered decision. The reason why most people are stuck is that they don't make enough decisions, or they don't even make the right decisions. So you find yourself stuck because you don't even know what to do, what to say, or your next level. Then lastly, you need to reach your destination. So I'm going to be looking at these 5 things with you today. Okay. Now, I've explained this about finding your true north, okay, staying on course, adjusting your confidence, and making empowered decisions. So the whole idea is that, have you looked, I need us to look at, this is May, we have June, we have July. By the end of July, what exactly are your expectations, okay? What are you looking at by the end of July? Have you seen it? And do you believe you're going to get there? Do you understand? As a business person, what's your current number? And what are your expectations for the July? As a career person, what's your current level? And what are your expectations for the end of July? Okay, so the whole idea is that you find out where you are now and determine, where you're going to be by the end of the month. But before I go into the compass properly, I want to address this, okay, because I sent out a questionnaire and I asked a lot of people to tell me exactly what the issues are so that we can untie the knots. Now, if you don't untie the knots, you're stuck. Okay, so I'm going to untie a few knots this morning, and that is why we're here. The first step is your purpose finder. Okay, remember we're talking about a compass. What a compass does is that it shows you your true north. I have a destination, this is where I'm heading to. So with that compass, you can actually look at it and it shows you where to go to, how to go there. Another thing a compass does for you is that if you're missing alignment, it will show you that you're missing alignment. The funny thing about alignment is that it could just be minor. Impacts can be disastrous. So you just imagine an aircraft missing alignment by 1 nautical mile, heading for Canada. For goodness sake, that aircraft can end up in Dubai or even in China. So that is one thing about life. So we're looking at the purpose finder now. What is your purpose? Have you determined it? Do you know what it is? Now, let me tell you, purpose is not hard and it's not cast in stone. Okay? So, and the reason why most of us are confused is that you feel that you can discover your entire purpose in one. No. So if you discover a portion of your purpose and begin to act on it and work on it, when you take the next level or the next step, you understand, it shows you more about your purpose. So you don't need to wait until you have the entire picture. Some people have seen the entire picture and they're working on it. Beautiful. But if you have not seen the entire picture, start with what you have seen. Now, when you continue with the picture that you have seen, it opens up more, it opens new dimensions for you so you understand where you're going to. So I created this purpose statement and it says, number 1, you have to find out your passion. What do you like doing? Please, anything that gives you headache, do you understand what I mean by, okay, it could be a pain. Do you understand? A pain that you want to solve, not a pain you don't like solving. That one cannot be your purpose. So there's something you like. It's a problem. You want to solve it for people. That's your purpose. Okay? I mean, it makes you cry. It's an experience you have gone through. Other people are going through it, and you want to help people solve that problem. That is your purpose. So anything you know that is your passion, what do I like? You see, if they put you in a new country and say, this is the only thing you'll be doing, will you be happy doing it? Then that is your purpose. You understand? Or if they put you in the midst of people that have that problem and you're happy and you want to help, do you understand? Thank God, this problem, I'm going to solve it for these people. Then that is your purpose. Okay, so for me, I don't like seeing people that are sick because I used to be very sickly. So I know, you understand? So I know that part of my purpose is also to heal the sick. You understand? I don't like sickness. So if it means praying, we pray it out. If it means casting it out, it's casting it out. So I've also taught my children, don't allow sickness to stay. So sometimes when I actually allow them by themselves to deal with those things, okay? So I teach them what to do. So that's my purpose. The second one is, I don't like seeing women poor. It pains me. Do you understand? If God says he has blessed the works of our hands, then why are some people suffering? Why are some people crying about funds? See, that one pains me a lot. Do you understand? Because I know that as a human being, you're loaded with so much capacity. Your brain power is excellent. God has put you in a circle. As long as you are alive, you have the capacity, do you understand, to deliver and make wealth. Do you understand? So that one is a pain for me. And I'm out here to help people break limitations that have to deal with money, break limitations that have to do with their purpose, and also help people get transformation. I've been there before. Do you understand? If you find people at their zero level, that one pains me, because I know that you see that you're zero, you can convert it to hero. See, it's on my shirt. So this thing has been with me for a very long time. If you're at zero level, the capacity to get to hero level, the chances are very high. But if you know what to do, there are different things you can do. Do you understand? Sometimes it's your mindset, sometimes it's the actions you're taking, sometimes it's the environment you're in. If you just know the right equation, what is the 1 and what is the 2 that makes the 3, and you mix the 3 together, you're okay. So I've explained to you my purpose now. Can you see? So I've shown you my passion. I've shown you my strengths. Then I've shown you, can you see what I want to do transforms people? For goodness sake, a person is sick and now he's okay. That's transformation. Somebody is poor and now is rich. That's transformation. Do you understand? Or somebody has another thing I like doing is that I like helping people break out from their past. Your past experience can limit you. Do you understand? So I like to do that work because that's a major issue. Your experiences in your past will tie you down, that you cannot discover what you're supposed to do and put in your best to live the kind of life you want to live. Okay, so that one I like to do it. You see, people get unstuck. Oh, I love it. You understand? And that's transformation. So for you, what is your purpose statement now? Okay, so what are you passionate about? What are you passionate about? So you say, I'm passionate about X. Do you understand? So I've told you I'm passionate about helping sick people. I'm passionate about people that are struggling with their finances. I'm passionate about people that are struggling with their emotions. My strength, do you understand, is in breaking those barriers and their limitations. And it enables me to bring transformation in their lives so that I can impact the poor, I can impact the sick, I can impact. So you just put it there. So that's your purpose finder. So if you haven't found your purpose, please, I want you to screenshot this and take this and go and work on it. And I want you in the next 30 days is enough. Map it out, begin to look, but sometimes you don't even need to look for those people. God has put them around you. Do you understand? So you begin to seek them out, you begin to look for them. Do you understand? And also begin to work on them. So this is the first thing I need us to do now. I don't want to, if it's not clear during the Q&A session, ask me questions and I will answer you. This is your purpose statement. Please, everybody on this call today, I want to have your purpose statement. Please, as I'm talking now, you can put it in the chat section, okay? Thank you. Now, the second thing I'm going to talk to you about today is your idea validator, okay? So at the Hero Projects, I found out that what makes people, stall with progress is indecision. Do you understand? So they are not able to validate their ideas. So you find people that have a truck load full of ideas, but none of them is working. They can't convert it. They don't know which one is working. I don't need to talk to you one-on-one to let you know which ideas works. I'm going to take you through that process now. You've gone through the purpose finder. I've shown you. So let's do the idea validator. Okay. So first level is, what is the high impact problem you want to solve? You have to define it. I've told you my high impact problems. And see, the problem I'm talking about with this current economy we're having in Nigeria, I have a huge community. And that high impact problem you're looking for, you look around yourself, you have a huge community. You understand? Because the world is not getting better. People are suffering. So you have a huge community. So it's time to wake up to your responsibility and your purpose and the business that God has called into. Should I say it here also that your purpose is your business? So you have to wake up now. So the first thing is, what is your high impact problem? What is the high impact problem you've been called to solve? 2, what is that effective solution? Okay, so you have to make sure that the solution works. So you take one person and try it out. How does it work on this person? Okay. I'm a very quiet person, but when it comes to those purpose areas, I can talk for hours. I can talk for hours. And my mother will be like, Mommy, are they paying you? You've been talking for like 2 hours. Why? It's my push part. So it's my portion to get people on stock. Okay. So what is that effective solution? And are you helping people? I sat down with one lady, I think it was during COVID. And okay, then I was free because, of course, we're not going to the site. And I sat down with her and I created, I think it was a 10-year plan, her life plan for 10 years. So after we did that, I narrowed down to 1 year. By the time I narrowed down to 1 year, we worked on about 7 departments of her life. 2 years ago, when I was going through the same session with her again, I thought that's, when I do it, so I just left it to her. Each time I just kept following her up. She was shocked. She came to me and she was like, do you know that everything I put on that list has been accomplished? So you find out that it's like a shopping bag. Create a shopping list for your life, and begin to work on it. So the third thing I'm going to talk about is, can it make money for you? Okay. So this thing we're talking about, purpose, idea validator, what you're going to work on now. Okay. So can it make money for you? Can it make money for you? Okay. If it can, then that's fine. But peradventure, you want to work and do an NGO, it can still make money for you because there are people that are funding NGOs. So can it make money for you? Yes, it can make money for you. Okay. There are a lot of companies there that want to fund human courses. Can it make money for you? Then the fourth one is 0. Operational feasibility. Is it something that is operational? Can it be done? Can you actually run this as a business? Okay, so if the answer to all these questions are above 7 or 5, then it works for you. Thank you so much for putting this. Somebody just put it in the chat section. Okay, you see, that's what I like. Okay, she's saying what she loves doing. I'm passionate about creativity in respect of making clothes. I need to train women, okay, and help them to be independent. I'm passionate about uplifting less privileged people in the society. I can tell you, you see this, your passion is legit. People are suffering. If you take this thing out there and begin to do what you want to do, you're going to be shocked at the results you're going to get. A lot of people out there are looking for leadership. A lot of people out there are looking for people that know what they are doing. A lot of people out there are looking for people to show them the way, show them the light. And I pray that everybody on this call this morning is going to be the way, is going to be the light for somebody. You know what you're called to do, and you're out there doing it. Okay, so I didn't take a survey. So I'm moving to the next level of our program now, which is the 90 days ahead of you. Now, you're either a business person here or you're a career person. So I'm now trying to move to the next phase. You have determined what you want to do. You're a business person or a career person. So currently, I'm coaching on 3 platforms. One of them is the Career Life platform. Okay. Now, and this is the module that I'm taking the women through. And so if you're a career person here, I want you to follow this module in the next 90 days. Week 1, you can look at your personal branding and confidence. If you don't follow this thing, the next 90 days will go and we're still telling the same story. Okay, so what steps are you going to take to build your personal brand? What does your company know you for? What does the market know you for? The truth is that if you're looking for a job, at some point, they're going to get back to LinkedIn to check you out. And you have not built anything. People tell me that they've been posting online. That they've been applying for remote work and they are not getting. What brand have you put out there? Do you understand? For them to see and understand that, look, that your brand is in line with their brand. That's what they want to see. And they get out there, they don't say anything about you. Then it becomes a problem. The second one is that you need to look at job search strategies, okay? Is either you're growing where you are or you're looking for something better. Okay, so I need to also look at that. What are your career growth strategies? We have to look at it. Okay, so this is what I want you to look at in the next 90 days. And the third one is that you're looking at work-life balance. Don't work and die. Yes, I spoke with somebody yesterday. She finally resigned. I'm not telling you to resign, but if your work is breaking your health, please fix it. I used to be employed and I worked with that firm for maybe 10 years. Okay. At some time, it was breaking my health. Okay. I had to quit. And my life is better now because, okay, I'm online. I can't say certain things, but let me just stop here. Okay. So do what works for you, but please just make sure that you're not spending your life. Your job is supposed to build you. It's supposed to enrich you. If it's stressing you, then you need to look at it. Look at that life balance. Then lastly, you need to look at how sustainable that profession is for you. In 10 years' time, in 20 years' time, where are you supposed to be? If there's no growth path there, move. Okay? Then for business people, I want you to create a 90-day strategy plan. Okay? I have a link on, sorry, I have a post on LinkedIn that I'm going to share on the group, maybe during the Q&A session. You know, I talked about what you can do in 90 days to set up your business. Please, okay, take this seriously. Week 1, I said, is foundation and planning. You have to work on your online presence. Okay, so you take it seriously. Week 2, you have to look at your marketing strategy. Okay, are you looking at your content marketing? Are you looking at networking and collaboration? Are you looking at developing a sales funnel? Are you looking at systemizing your processes? Okay, so I need to know which one of these things are you going to look at. Are you looking at expanding your offering? See, you may even need to raise your price. You have to. So most are scared to raise their prices. Are you also looking at raising your prices? So this is what I want you to look into as a business person. Now, this is the last part of my training session today. I said I was going to round up very soon and take your questions, but I hope we're gaining clarity, okay? So we're looking at thriving in the next 90 days. And I want to ask you a question. Wherever you're calling in from, what's in the news? The other day, 26 people were killed in Borno State. There was militant attack in northern East Nigeria. The federal government ordered expulsion of foreigners that has expired visa. So when you look at the news out there, it's actually worrisome. Okay, so those are the stories that you're hearing. I want to encourage you in the next 90 days to craft the story you want to hear, and I'll show you. I went online and I just said, please, I want to change the story I'm hearing. And I asked them to tell me about women in business. Okay? And it said 1 in 3 businesses worldwide is owned and operated by a woman, meaning that you stand a chance to succeed. Can you see that? That's what World Bank is saying. So 1 in 3 businesses worldwide, this is what they are saying. So you stand a chance to succeed. I'll show you the second one. The second one says, companies with women in top leadership position outperform others by 25% in profitability. Now, I don't know how they got this, but this is what research shows. So you find out that the woman is a unique being. Okay? You're able to manage so many things at the same time. You're doing family, you're doing children, you're doing your personal life, you're doing career, then you're doing work, you're doing business. McKinsey is a top expert in management, and that's what they discovered. So as a career person, are there chances that there's an opportunity for you to rise in leadership and also be part of this number? Number 3, The global income of women is projected to reach 24 trillion annually. Global income. Are you part of this? Now, I want us to change our story. I remember the story of that prodigal son. It was just the story he changed that made him go back to his father. That was a rich guy eating with pigs. And when he changed the story and understood that, look, am I not a prince? Is my father not a king? What am I doing with the pigs? He now went back to his father. And what am I trying to say? You can be one of the women that will own businesses that will impact the global market, the economic platform in Nigeria. You can also be one of the women, okay, that will list the company you're working in as the most profitable company. I want you to think of that possibility. Then lastly, you can also be one of the women that your income projection can hit. What is the next level you're trusting God for? That. Okay? You could be one of the women, because they're calculating in dollars now, that can also earn income in dollars. That means we expand our capacity also to attract foreign investments or partnerships, or inflow. So I want you to change your story at this meeting, and I want you to use the chat box. What are you building? Okay? Are you just building a small shop, Olabisi hairstyling salon? Okay, like somebody said, I'm very passionate. Okay, you're still talking about your passion. So we'll move to your story now. I want us to change our story this morning. So are you building a business for Olabisi hair, wigs, and friends? Or are you building a system that will build other lives, create legacy, and set a standard? I want you to change that story. What are you building? 2, I want you to change your vision. Okay, who are you? I'm that CEO that Nigeria is waiting for. I'm that expert that the fashion industry is waiting for. I'm that transformational teacher that the educational industry is waiting for. I'm that leader that my company is waiting for. So what's your story? Okay. Thirdly, we're going to look at your brand. Everybody here, please. See, brand must enter your mind, whether you like it or not. Okay. Your brand is your mirror. It shows who you are. So you're going to start working on your brand. I'm going to throw out an invite at the end of this session, the people that want to work with me for the next 6 weeks. Branding is part of what we're going to look at. So we'll do the first 6 weeks active training. Then the next 6 weeks, you go and execute what I taught you. And we're going to see results. Okay? What's money to you? Is money your God? Or is it a tool? Or is money your language? So for me, money is a tool, because I use money to buy time. I use money to buy resources. People use money for different things. Okay? You're just chasing money because it's chase money, or you're seeing money as a tool. For me, it's a tool to live a better life. So anything now that will improve my time, my life, my capacity, I buy it. That's what money is. And that's why you must make it. Okay? Then lastly, what do you attract? Is that you're attracting negative energy, or you're attracting positive energy? So I want to know what you're attracting. Okay, so for me, when you do the inner work, you attract opportunities. If you don't do the inner work, you won't attract opportunities. So don't stop complaining and stop blocking people's ears. If you've not attracted those opportunities you're looking for, then it means there's an inner work lacking. I remember when I was starting then, okay, I was doing projects for people. If you had seen the car I was driving then, you pity me. So one of my clients then called me and said, that was before COVID. And he said, Madam, when are you going to change your car? I told him I'm not changing car, that I want to buy land. After buying land, I build house. Then after building house, I buy car. That car is luxury for me. He looked at me and laughed. And he said, I missed it. He said, no. That is the car that you buy that will now bring you the land and the houses. And that was the truth. And I said, how? He said, the people that will give you money to buy land and build a house will not give it to you with this kind of car you're driving. Because they think that your life is full of problems and they won't patronize you. When I heard it, I was like, wow, it was deliverance, you know? Some mental blocks left me. And I went online and I started searching for a car. So because he has said that, I finally, well, God did it. It was finally shipped in from the US, you know, and all that. After that, a client called me from the US. He asked me to meet him at 4 Points. I was there at 4 Points. And guess what? After our meeting, he followed me outside. And I was wondering what he was following me outside for. He wanted to see what I came in. And I laughed. And I told him, I'll beat you to it because I know better. Okay, so very true what I'm trying to say. So if you must attract wealth, you must be wealthy here. If there's still poverty in your mind, it's going to be a problem. You understand? Because the people that have that money that should enter your hand will not give it to you because they don't trust you with money. Okay, so have you done the inner work? You're going to have to do the inner work that will help you attract the opportunities you're looking for. Then lastly, fear. You see, that's why I told you a lot of things happen in the next 90 days. And one of them is fear. I'm afraid to do this. I'm afraid. I remember when my story is long, okay? So there are things you're going to do in the next 90 days. I want people to do things that they've not done before. That's the way you grow. Okay, that's growth. Growth means that you're doing new things. I do the things I've not done before. If you're repeating the same thing, are you growing? Just like Israel, they were just going around the circle, the same mountain. God got tired and said, my friend, tell these guys to move forward. Why will you be going around the same circle every month? It's the same thing we're talking about. Okay, so it's time to move forward. You will learn to turn your fears into fuel, your confusion into clarity, and your scarcity into overflow. Somebody say it with me this morning. Say, I turn my fear into fuel. I turn my confusion into clarity, and I turn the scarcity around me into an overflow. Okay, so this is the story you're going to start telling yourself. Can I tell you the truth? If you don't change your story, you will not change. That's the truth. Just believe me and do it. You come back and give me the story. Give me your result. I'm not joking. You come back with the results. You know why? You're obeying the principle, for goodness sake. If you add 1 to 1, it gives you 2. You know, there are things you would do naturally without stress that will just transition you. That's the way God made it. So let's stop disturbing him with crying and prayer. Go and do the work. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about now, what I'm teaching you here is a program I'm going to run. It's called Thrive on Demand. I'm going to do it for the next 6 months. Because it's paid, I'm giving you for free, okay, this part. But if you want the full thing, you can join me on that program because it's going to be deep. Now, we're going to talk. So I talked about T. T is telling your story. You must tell your story. I'm going to H now. H is that you must harness your power. After the story, you have to do the work now. You must plug into your power source. Okay? Now, we found out that confident entrepreneurs or anybody, career person, whatever, they are more likely to grow and scale successfully. Okay, so I'm going to work with you, okay, to tune in the right frequency for your confidence for you. Okay, so Kaufman Foundation, they found out that confidence influences business decisions, hiring, innovation, and leads to higher growth potential. So you see this one, you can't miss it though. Okay, so we're going to look at the confidence code now. How most of us suffer based on confidence is that we have imposter syndrome. I used to have this one. See, the truth is that 70% of people experience it at some point or the other. And it always happens when you want to do a new thing. There's nobody on this call this morning that wants to grow, that will not do something new. This man called imposter syndrome, look at him with that bag and that eye, is going to show up in your life. Okay? It will make you doubt your skill. It will make you doubt your talent. It will make you doubt so many things about yourself. And you see, after robbing you, you just leave you empty-handed and you're back to square one. But it will not happen. No? Okay, so that's why I want to take people through that 6 weeks journey, and we're going to do it now. So we're going to deal with self-doubt. You cannot charge your clients, okay? you're undercharging. We're also going to look at that. It causes burnouts because you're working too much on the wrong things. So that energy you should have put into what you should have put in out, which is being out there. You're putting it, oh my God. There's somebody I'm working with now, but I'm trusting God that, and I know it's imposter syndrome that is the person's problem, but he has not, the person has not discovered it. Do you understand? You know, see, you will read all the books, take all the notes, create all the plans, or you execute. No, because you're scared. You're doubting yourself. Can I do this thing? Is this man, Mr. Imposter Syndrome? That's the issue. To take off is a problem. And this person every day is, if you see plan, to create plan is beautiful. If you see, sometimes I wonder, what are you doing? Morning to afternoon, you're on your computer, typing what? You're there typing your, you know, for goodness sake, for what? Do you understand? So the next one is paralysis in decision making. You're just stuck. Inability to create wins. Creating wins. So if you're in the accelerator with us in the next 90 days, we're going to be you'll be seeing wins every day. Win, 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 win. You know why? I'm deliberate about winning. So I see them. Okay, who is unmuted here? Okay, so please mute yourself. Okay, I'll soon be rounding up. Yeah. Okay, so inability to create wins, fear of visibility, perfectionism, procrastination. Even me, as I'm talking here, I can tell you the ones that were my issues. Almost all of them. Procrastination, perfectionism, stunted leadership growth, isolation, and sabotaging opportunities. These are the things that we're going to deal with. So remember what I said about age, going to harness confidence. Okay, so the last thing I will talk about here is I want you to refine your capacity. Okay, in 2023, women hold 29% of senior leadership position. Okay, I hope I'm still online. I'm seeing that my internet is unstable, but let's see how we can do. Okay, you know, in Fortune 100 companies, and it now highlights the need for ongoing capacity building initiatives. Now, we've done the story, we've done harnessing your power. Okay, what's your power source? Dealing with imposter syndrome. Then we're talking about refining your capacity. So you need systems that work for you. I'm going to show you some of them. The funnel, okay? So you must understand what your funnel is now. You've heard people talk about sales funnel. There's a personal system funnel. There's a business system funnel. There's a productivity funnel. Do you understand? So what I'm talking about now is that what is the input for the output you're expecting? What is that thinking funnel now? Okay, what am I doing to this and what is the result? I'm going to say this. I needed God's help at some point in my life. And the problem is that sometimes we think that the solution is not within us. It's within us. And he told me then, he said, you can create miracles by yourself. He said, anything you want. He said, hydrogen plus 2 oxygen. I said, he gives you water. And he was just showing me systems that he has put down on earth to help us bring transformation. Do you understand? So what I'm after now is that I look at the result. What result am I looking for now? Then I go back to the equation. If my equation is right, then I'm getting that result. And that's what I want to show you here. You need systems and models to give you the result you're expecting. Okay? So we're going to look at building personal systems. We're going to look at building business systems. What do you need? You say, okay, let's look at personal systems. You need self-care model. If you break down, you're gone. I have to start, I have to start working. I have a stress box. Okay, you need to start working on that self-care model. Okay, you need, for your business, you need to look at your operational systems, financial models. How do you hire your team? Then productivity models, marketing models. Then that one, I put it there. You need to look at the God factor. I beg you. Whatever systems, whatever models you're going to put into play in the next 90 days. Yeah, you see that breath in your nose. You don't have the key to the tanker that provided it. Okay, it's God. So the fact that you're alive and you're talking with me, you're here with me on this call this morning, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. And we're trusting God that in the next, some of us here, maybe 90 years, we'll be on a call like this. Okay? 120 will be on a call like this because we'll be so active and we'll be giving back to the younger generation. So we need to get the God factor into the equation. You see, everything I've said here today without the God factor is a joke. Because if they just off that tank that used to provide that oxygen, that's the end. So you have to work on that God factor. We have what we call the CEO prayer meetings. It holds every Tuesday. You can join us there. Pray for your business. Make sure your relationship is right with God. It could be your goal in the next 90 days. Okay? Then you can do prosperity infusions for yourself. I did it. What does it mean? Get prosperity scriptures into your life. That's Hero Hub on YouTube. Go and look at the video list. I've uploaded some of them. Go and work on it. It will destroy some things inside your mind. That's what I was talking about, your internal responding to your external to attract the opportunities that you need. Okay? So I hope you're following me here. So what are your next steps? What are your next steps? Okay? So what are your next steps? I need to know what your plan is. So as I'm talking now, you're typing it in the chat box for me. What are your plans? Okay, what are your next steps? Okay, I want to know what it is. 2, who are you going to work with? You're not doing this thing alone. If you're a melancholy like me, don't do it alone. You'll just be suffering yourself. Okay, so you're not doing it alone. Then lastly, you have to be part of a community. And that's why that She Thrives was created. So every month, I'm going to show up once a month for you. We'll have a meeting like this. We'll find out where we are. I ask God to help me help a lot of women, and that's what I'm going to do it. So every month I'll come online, I'll talk about things that will help you so that to keep you focused. That's what the compass does. When you're misaligning, to show you where you're supposed to be back. So I'll be that compass in your life. I'll be giving you that alignment. This is what you need to do. There's a lot of information out there, distractions. But once you just come here, we'll get the alignment and come back. You join me for the CEO prayers on Tuesday, you get alignment and come back. You're focused, you're aligned. I want to tell you that your goals should be progress and not perfection. As long as you keep moving forward with purpose, the results will show up in your life. Trust me. Okay? Now, everybody here is a leader. I'm telling you, because you know why I said you're a leader? Yourself is a project. You lead it first. So you're a leader. You're married. You have children. That's your house. It's your office, your company. You're a leader there. Okay.
You that we are talking about bread, there's more bread in that by saying about.
Shalom. Please don't unmute your mic again. I'll take you out of the meeting if you do that. Okay. So that's the thing. See, that's why I've said I will not do some things free again. You came here free, and I know you're getting value, and you're busy gisting at home. Okay, so I said, so leadership is not about being perfect. It's about being present, authentic, and committed to the vision. There's a lady on this call now. I just saw her.
I'm sorry. Hey,
thank you.
sorry.
Please, just sit down and listen. I beg you. If you do the things I'm saying, just 10%, you'll be shocked. Okay, this call. For me, it's not perfection. It's progress. I do flyers and I send to her. And she's like, it is supposed to be capital T. And I said, what's your problem about capital T? The most important thing is that people are getting transformed and they're getting results. Okay. Now remember that your results, your voice is your power. You must have a voice. What are you saying? Okay. So I want you to reclaim your voice in the next 90 days. That's 1. Then 2, I want you to own your story. What is your story? When you get back there, tell me what your story is. What's your new story? Okay. I want to know what your new story is. Understand that story is your strength. Then own it. I want you to own your story. Then I want you to understand that you're the architect of your success. for me, it's easier because I know what architects do. So I'm I'm talking to you now, I'm designing my life. I want you to design your life with purpose and clarity. Okay, then go out and execute it. So I want to thank you for showing up. Now, okay, so that's the explanation of what I was talking about. You need a blueprint, that's rules. You need a project manager. So on the left is what I do as a career person or as a business. I have a lot of project managers. So what they do is that they work on clients' projects. So you need project managers, either accountability partners. Find one or you get a coach, but there has to be somebody that keeps you on track. Imagine if you have a project now that you don't have a project manager. They will build, and that's why buildings collapse. So you're looking at a lot of collapsed destinies. Nobody is managing their lives. They're just living reckless. As if they are not made in their life of God and they don't have a purpose to fulfill. And time is going. Somebody is 40 and we're still telling stories. Who is managing your life? Okay, you need a team of builders. We need a support system, people that will help implement ideas. Okay, so for people here, start thinking teams. I remember the first time I was told to hire a driver. I told the guy, you don't know what you're saying. I'm not finished paying myself salary you're talking about. For somebody on this call, you may need to hire a cook. You may need to hire lesson teachers. You may need to hire drivers. You're the only one in that your business, for goodness sake. Stop eating that your money alone. Get an assistant. Get an assistant. You can outsource a lot of things. I remember when I started initially, I was, when I reply emails, I'll say, I'll now use my husband's name as the HR person. But you have to leave that level. Okay? Somebody here, your next step may be to hire. Okay? Get staff, get people to work for you so that you may have time. That's why I said, I'm using money to buy time. There's this book I read, Buy Back Your Time. Two books I want to recommend for you, Eat That Frog and Buy Back Your Time. Go and read that book and come back and thank me later. Okay? Then I do daily site checks. So I have somebody on each project site to check what the contractor is doing. So that's what I want you to do. Get into an accountability group. I'm going to introduce one now. Join it every day. Say what you have done. When you show that people doing things, you wake up and be serious about your projects. Or there are abandoned buildings everywhere. I don't want anybody here to be such. I don't want that kind of story. We want quality control, mentorships and feedback. So that's why I'm having this meeting. Quality control. I did a session last week. I want to have your feedback. What have you done and what you're going to do? Then lastly, second to the last, we have building permits and regulations. You have to have boundaries, values. Please, ma, I need accountability partner. You're going to get one. Then finally, you need a foundation. The foundation is your structure, the mindset and habits. That's where I started from. There's nobody I will deal with. I'll not start with their mindset and their habits because that's the basic root of every transformation. The Bible said it. It said, be transformed as you renew your mind. There's no kind of transformation you talk about that doesn't start from your mindset. So if you're here and you're seeking transformation, that's where you need to start from. So like I said before, transforming your life in 90 days is not only possible, but it is a powerful catalyst for lasting change. In just 3 months, you can break free from limiting patterns and cultivate empowering habits and make significant direction towards your goals, okay? So research has shown that 90 days is the optimal time for forming new habits and rewiring your brain and experiencing tangible results. Can you see why I'm doing this? Then without focus, so this post is on LinkedIn. I'm going to send it to you. I posted it like maybe some months back. So with focus, effort, and accountability and a clear plan, you can overhaul your mindset, revamp your relationships, upgrade your career, and reboot your physical and emotional being. So instead of living your entire 1 year, you can break it into 90 days to enable you to track your progress better. So these are the 2 programs I'm talking about now. The first one is the Next Level Accelerator. All of us will be on a group. We'll have a group manager. Every day, we will submit our wins. If you don't submit your wins within the week, see, the last one we did, we had mercy on some people, but we didn't throw you out. This time around, we're going to throw you out. You will pay for it. So that when we now throw you out, it will pain you. Okay, that you paid money and they've thrown you out. So make sure you're not thrown out. It's cheap. I'm telling you, it's very cheap. It's 5,000 a month. 3 months is 15,000. One lady here was begging me not to make it cheap, but I'm making it cheap so that you can join and you don't have any excuse. The reason why you're paying is that so that you be serious. If you don't pay, your money is gone. I wish I even made it more than that, but leave it at that 15K. For the next 90 days, we'll stay on it. The one on the right is a 6 weeks mentoring program and support to kickstart you for 6 weeks. So if you want to join this one, it is paid. Send a DM to the admin on the general group, or you can send it to me and I'll tell you how to join. So everything I taught today is in that program. I will take you through it, reset your, see, what we normally do as consultants is that even for new buildings, we'll do a good foundation and set it up well. But for buildings that are collapsing, sometimes we enter the foundation. There's a project I did that some of you that are here with me in HQ. If you were when we started that admin building, I had to tear the foundation. We tore the floor. I can show you the picture. And we corrected the foundation. And that building is standing. So that's what we do. We'll do. So if it's a new project, we'll look at it together. If it's an old one, we'll tear the foundation and see how it works. So that is what this is all about. So remember what I talked about the compass. I said you must use the compass. Find your true north. That's what I showed you initially about the idea validator and your purpose finder. Secondly, you have to stay on course, okay? Define a plan. Where are you heading to? Remember, I talked about the thriving on demand. You need confidence. You need systems. You also need to take the right decisions and make sure you get to the next destination. Anybody on this call, I can bet with you. You see, in 90 days' time, I will not be on the same level. If you want, I don't bet though, but I can challenge you to, why? Because the things that God tells me to do, I'll do them. And I've noticed that each time I do this, He tells me to do, I get results. I want to thank you for showing up. God bless you. And I'm praying for you this morning that the help that you need, that God will send to you in the mighty name of Jesus. I pray for you this, that you're the next case on God's projects that you will help in the next 90 days. Father, I thank you because I know it is done. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen and amen and amen. Okay, so I'm off. I'm done with this now. And I'm going to take your questions if you have any questions. Thank you so much for showing up. So throw the questions. So many things in the chat that I missed. I'm going there now. So I'll take your questions and we're out of here. So if you have questions, please put your hand up. And or if you have contributions, tell me what worked for you, what you got. And we'll close the meeting. So please, every month, like I said, first Saturday, we'll meet and we'll move on. Okay, thank you. Somebody said, I'm going to retrain my voice, own my story, understand. I'm the architect of my success. I like that. Okay, somebody said, I would like to speak with you after the session. Okay. Okay, so any questions, please? I can't see your hands up. I'm going to close the meeting now. Okay, so please, let me share the link. Sorry. So the links, okay? The Next Level Accelerator is on Seller. So please, if you want it, we're starting it next week. So the onboarding session is from Monday to Friday. So if you're interested, please join. So 5th to 10th, so we're doing onboarding. 12th, we start driving towards the accelerator. What's this? I sent you the wrong one. Thrive on Demand. No. I don't want you to do Thrive on Demand. Talk to me and I'll get you the link, okay? Because that one is deeper. Next Level Accelerator, where is it? Sorry about this. I'm going to send you the link. What's this one? Okay, just go. Let me get it. So no questions. I'm shutting down. So I'm going to send you the Instagram link. Sorry, not Instagram. Finding Your North Star about purpose. Please go and read it. Okay, that will help you. So many things that will help you. So I'm sending it now. A million thanks. God bless you too. A million thanks.
Good morning, Ma.
Good morning.
I've been looking for where to raise my hand and I'm not seeing the
Okay, so just
icon.
stop. Sorry about it. Yeah.
Okay, ma, please. I started my business 3 years ago. I'm a
Yeah.
baker, though I've been
Baker.
baking
Okay.
since 2010. But because my uncle who
Okay.
taught me how to bake, he is not doing it as a
Mm-hmm.
business. And I asked him, why is he
Mm.
not doing it as a business? He said, because nobody can pay him because of the
Wow.
quality of cake he produces. So
Mm.
he prefers doing it free for his family and friends.
Mm-hmm.
So 2019, I got married and I relocated from Port Harcourt to Owerri. When I came to Owerri, 2 years down the line, God led me to a mentor. And then going to
Okay.
visit her for the first time, I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't doing anything. I had no money. So Holy Spirit just whispered to me that I should give her a cake. So I had to
Mm.
bake a cake and I presented it to her as per a gift. She was
Yep.
like, after I left that day, that she started
Mm.
looking for where to get that cake from.
Wow.
So in our next meeting, she asked me, I told her no, that I baked it. She was like, why am I searching for a job when I have a handwork? I told her
Hmm.
that since I got my husband said I should not bake. She was
Mm.
like, no, that's your husband's own. This has been in you. This is something you can
Mm.
close your eye and do. You have something that can fetch you money. So you have something that should stop looking for a job. And then by the end of
Mm.
the meeting, she told me that as you get to your house, go and talk to your father to talk to your husband
Mm.
because he is first your husband before your husband. I said,
Mm.
okay. I came back home. I was like, this prayer self is not like I did not really take it serious. But the moment I opened my door, Holy Spirit now
Mm.
reminded me of that prayer. I just uttered it to the air
Mm.
as per it's not something serious. But God so
Mm.
kind, after like 2 days, because I bake cake on a norm for us to eat in the house. After like 2 days, he came with his friend at the at midday, during the midday, just came with his friend to pick up something, and he saw the cake and he went out with it with so that him and his friend can munch on it. After
Mm.
1 hour, he came back and said, wait, oh, do you know that this thing you're doing here, other people are making money with it?
Your husband said it, eh?
Yes. I just
Wow.
looked up and said, thank you, Jesus. That was 3 years ago.
Mm.
Okay, this year is making it 40 in business. That was 3 years
Mm.
ago. And then that was when I started advertising my business online. And then start attending online courses
Mm.
to upgrade to meet the because in our industry, I think every six months there's a new
Yeah.
upgrade. Every six months there's a new upgrade. So I started attending online courses to meet the standard, as in the level of where the industry is. And then
Mm.
I'm still giving birth. I just gave birth to my second son. And then
Okay.
going forward, after 1 year, I had my gas exploded. I had gas explosion. My
Oh.
husband said, you're not doing this business again. This one, look at what it has cost you. I
Wow.
said, I told him that this is a stepping stone. If this thing came to
Mm-hmm.
challenge me and I'll overcome. So while I was discharged from the hospital, I came back and I was still taking orders for cake. I was still baking.
Mm.
He was like, you're so stubborn. You're not hearing what? You're disrespecting me. I said, no, I'm not disrespecting. I am trying to prove to the devil that I am bigger than him. Fast forward,
Mm-hmm.
God is helping me. I started attending trade fairs and I got
Mm.
bigger audience. Like my name, people now know me
Mm.
for Dvica. My name is
Mm-hmm.
Victory, but most people now
Wow.
know me as Dvica.
Okay.
The business started flourishing, got so
Wow.
kind. People, as in, like one day my brother came to visit me and he told my husband, come, this your wife get money.
Wow.
That was last year. He did not say it to
Mm-hmm.
my front. He went to tell my husband in his office that, come, your wife get money. Say anytime I go her office. And so she did send that cake anyhow. I was staying,
Okay.
when he came back to tell me, I said, to God be the glory. Oh. That bigger business I just started, God is just pushing me.
Wow.
Then after I gave birth to my second son, 3 months later, I started going back to my office I have some students who I've also taught. I've been teaching along the line.
Okay.
Then I was just telling God to help me because I needed a financial support. I needed someone to help me financially to scale up because the dream I saw for my business, I've not even gotten half to that place. So like I've been telling God I needed a sponsor. I don't want a partner because my business is too small for me to start partnering with anybody.
Okay.
I just want someone that will sponsor me, as in so that I can be accountable to the person. Okay, as the day goes, this is my progress, this is my progress. Then last year, December, they started robbing at my plaza. My office is a plaza. They started robbing, and my father-in-law got to hear about it and said no, that it's not safe for me to stay there with my 2 children. Because if they come to rob, it's just both of me, I and my children. Because I never had, is an upstairs, so I don't have this working place where they come to pick up cake. And he was now asking me that, how do you manage? I told him that these are my dreams. I want to have a showroom. Just like when you go to fast food, you go pick up cakes and go. That is what I want to have. So my husband, I told him that he has told me to stop going there so that I have a small place in my house because my house is along the road where they can build an outlet for me there. He was like, that's a nice idea that he's going to support. So that
You
was
have a question. You have a question you want to ask me?
Yes. I have a
Okay.
question. That's why I'm saying this story, because I have a question.
Okay.
So now they are done building. I want to ask, my question is, how do I employ? I want to start employing. How do I start? Because I've never employed a staff before. I always have people coming around to help.
Okay.
I don't want to do it the wrong way.
Okay, so you're in the group, right? You're in the group, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I'll answer the question here, but I want you to ask me the question in the group again so that I can answer it for people that need help. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is that you have to create a plan.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
want to see the big picture of your business in 10 years' time, in 5 years' time.
Okay.
And we'll come back to where you are. That's the plan. So then two. So when you're giving me that 10-year picture, look for a business that's a model. So who is the cake business that I know? It helps you for you to achieve goals. I travel a lot so that I can see fine buildings. And when I come back, I design for my clients. So I look for people to model. It makes it easier. Now, when you now show me that picture, the next question I'm going to ask you, so I'm giving you 2 assignments. Number 1, I want to see the picture of your future, which is that business in 10 years. Then number 2, what systems created that picture? Okay, so what I mean by the system is that for you to run that kind of business, who do you need to work for you? List all of them. Is it your baby that is talking?
Yes, ma'am.
So are you hearing me?
Yes, ma'am.
The recording is out, they can go and listen to it. It's on YouTube. So after listing all the people that you need, see, you're creating a big picture now of your business. 2, the systems. 3, the staff, even the tools you need. When I look at the staff, who can use, okay, what are the things you need now? So we may say you need an accountant. Like for me now as a business, I don't have an internal accountant. I outsourced it. So we have accountants that are doing those ones for us. So we now have to look at, but a cake business, you can't outsource. So we now look at, who do you exactly need? Is it the bakers you need? So you must tell me who you need. So what we normally do is that for small businesses, we try to batch a lot of tasks together so that you're not losing money. So if I want to hire an admin, I'll put admin and HR together. So I need to know exactly who do you need?
Okay.
Then lastly, because you're starting a business, you're going to have to invest into it. I remember the story of GTB when they started. Adeola was telling us the story. And he said that they closed, they opened an office, employed all the staff, paid them for 6 months and trained them. I'm not saying do that. But what I'm trying to say is that as a business, you're going to have to invest money. So you may need to get out. If you're making enough money, share what you're making with the person that you're going to pay. You know why? Because they will give you time to be the CEO. They'll give you time to look for more markets. So there's even from your story, there's some other things you need to look at. Your location may also be an issue, and your husband may be right. Because I don't believe you going to a place that's Boko Haram or kidnap you and you say you're baking cake. No, if it's not safe, then we need to look for a good location. So go back and build on all these things. Show me your 10-year picture. What systems work? Then who do you need now? What tasks can I merge together? How much do they pay them? Then how much am I going to offer? Did I answer your question?
Perfectly well, ma.
Good. So that's part of your goal now, okay? Part of your goals for this month, May, is you're going to employ 2 staff. So if you don't have enough money to pay 2 staff, for goodness sake, but you know you can. By the time you employ them, you're making more cakes now. That's more money for you. You're selling more. Business will grow. That's the mindset. We have to kill it. You're looking at your profit. You want to eat it alone. That business will die. So we must get people to work with us so that we can have time to do bigger things. Assignment I'm going to give you now, go and read that book, Buy Back Your Time. I'm going to share it in that book. You're going to buy your time, buy systems. You sit in your office, fine office, and you're telling people how you built your cake business. I can see you have passion. It's just that we need to create systems and structure to support you, and we can do that, okay? Thank you. So let me hear from Ucey. Ucey, can I hear from you? Then Chika, and we're done. We'll have 15 more minutes. Ucey, over to you. If you're here. Ucey.
Please. Okay. Good morning, ma.
Hi, good morning.
Okay. I work from home actually. I don't have a physical shop, but in my house, I took just one room and, in fact, furnished it to a shop standard. People will not know it is in my house. Okay. So the problem I have is how I can manage the burnout from overworking. Like, because apart from creating these fashion headpieces, I make bridal accessories. And I thought of having a passive income. I started selling the blocks that we use. Like, I go to the bush market, I buy these blocks, and then I resell and add my own money. It's good, it's actually selling. So all these things running together, my apprentices, they have all graduated. I've not gotten another one except the ones I'm training online. So my problem now is the workload is much, and I cannot even employ anyone because I'm working in my house for security's sake. So
you can employ someone
to be coming to my house.
So we need to look at the model. So when you're doing models, we need to look at different options. So the first option is working in your house. We must create 2 or 3 other options. So what if they don't come to your house? So for me, let me tell you, I do the same thing you do, scaled work. I have an office.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to go to the office, you open an office, put a manager there, and they're doing the work for you. So that's model 2.
Okay.
We now look at model 3. Model 3 is that you go and work in the office with them. But me, I'm not an office person, so I understand you. I like sitting at my home as I'm talking to you now, and I do my work from here.
It's not even that. Sorry, madam. It's not even, I don't want to go to the office. I was not having the money to rent a shop.
So the money will come. Do you understand? So what I need you to do for me is create the same assignment I gave that bit. Create the big picture.
Yeah.
Let's start working back. Where are you staying? Where are you now? Where are you now?
I'm in Lagos State.
Which part of Lagos?
Fadei area. Along Onitsha.
So when you're saying you don't have money, it means that your business needs to grow to have the money to pay for pay for an office.
Yeah.
So that is why you quickly need to expand. Do you understand that we're the ones limiting ourselves? Because as you are now, that's the problem with growth. We get to see at this your point, and you must take that decision. That money you think you're earning, pay somebody. Do you understand me? So, and okay, you have to pay the person. That's the only way you can earn more, make more money, then go and pay for a venue. So, part of your goal for the next month, if you feel you need an office, you start looking for an office. Do you understand? Or except another option
Okay.
is getting somebody that can be coming to your house that you trust, that can work from your house.
I don't even have any for now.
You have to look for. So before I employ people, I pray and I ask God to send me helpers, and mysteriously used to send them to me. People I trust. So let that be that. Yeah, I talked about the God factor. So pray about your business needs. Give us this day our daily bread. Father, I need a God-fearing. I don't know whether it's a male or female baker that you. Did you say baking or tailor? What did you say again? So you know,
I make fascinators, fashion headwear.
So is it women that you need or men?
I need women.
So they are going
In
to
fact,
be.
only one person because I can't pay women. I can only pay one person. My business is just coming up.
You see, you're going to grow, and you're going to employ.
Amen.
You're going to employ somebody.
Amen.
So part of your goal for March, May, is to employ a staff.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Okay.
The Bible says, "I wish above all
Yes,
things that you prosper." We're the ones limiting ourselves. You understand me?
okay.
So the money you're making
Yes,
from
ma'am.
those fascinators, employ somebody, pay them that money. You will earn more. Do you know, when I started initially, some months I pay my staff, I don't get paid. But that was when I needed to build, I needed to expand. And when they started working for me, I had more time to do other things. So you have to. That's your assignment, you see. You're going to employ.
Okay, ma'am.
Don't borrow money, anything, no. But out of that, your profits, pay somebody to help you.
My
Okay.
profit is so small.
Okay, thank you so much. If you have any other question, ask me on the group. It's open for today, so ask me any question. After today, I should start it again. So Albertine, what's your question? That was the last one. Chika, you still ask your question, or you put your hand down. I don't know why. Okay, yes.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Albertine. How are you?
Hi, ma. Thank you for having us, ma. I appreciate it. Okay, ma. So my question is this: I'm a small business owner. I'm a caterer by profession. So business hasn't really been too good. So I added a side business like food stuff. So I sell all dry food stuff, crayfish, palm oil, and all of that. So now my question is this: there is this space that came out around my area where I live. A space, not a shop. So the space is at a strategic area. I have the money to rent the space, but my capital to start the business is not yet full. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. Should I get the space or should I hold on? And the space cannot contain my food business, which means I can't be cooking in that space. I can only sell the dry food stuff. So my point now is I'm just in a state of dilemma because I have the money to rent the space, but I don't have enough capital to start the business. So what do I do?
Okay, so can you do crowdfunding?
Ma?
Can you do crowdfunding? Get people to support you, then pay them back as you grow.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so we need to look at the numbers now because you actually need a place. You said you're selling food stuff. That means you must have a shop. Now you're selling
I usually do online.
Okay, food stuff online. So you don't need the shop now.
No, I mean like my main food business, my kitchen business, I do it offline. I had a space before in the market, but it was too dramatic, so I had to leave the space in the market.
So
this place
the question I have for you about you talk. This shop you want to open now. Why do you want to open it? Is it that the shop is located where you can sell more, or you just want to have a shop? Why do you want to pay?
No, ma, it's not a shop, right? Oh. It's just a space. Like it's just normal space. If you go to the market, I don't know, people that are around my area will understand better. So there's this space, yes, around my area. So it's not like a proper shop, it's a space.
Okay, so what do you want to be doing in that space?
To be selling food stuff.
Selling food stuff, okay?
Yeah, food stuff.
Okay, so the problem now is I don't have money to buy food stuff.
Yes, we have money to rent the space. And
how much is the rent? How much is the rent? How much is the rent?
300.
For how long?
For a year.
Okay. So how much capital are you looking for to do the food stuff?
I will just come up with anything. Maybe, I don't know, food stuff is quite expensive, so I'll just come up with everything. Like I wanted to like get it from a friend, like borrow from a friend. So I don't know if it's like a good one.
No, that's where I'm going to, because you can borrow.
Okay.
Because now, if you check it now, you're doing 300 a year. 300 divided by 12 is like 30K a month.
Okay.
So you have to do your maths well. Whatever you're selling there, because you must save 300 for next year. 30K has gone out of it, your profits. Then you now pay yourself. At some point, well, we need to look at that, your business model again. I don't know whether it's sustainable, whether you want to be staying at a space to sell. Why don't you want, is the online one not giving you money?
What?
Is the online business not giving you money?
Maybe it's because I've not really built my online audience or customers.
Build your online audience now. Build it. So can we do the two models very well? Look at your online business now. What is the capacity? How much money can you give me in a month? Then look at the one that you're inside market only by yourself. My problem is that the capacity for growth is limited. You're the only one that can stay there and be growing, because you're the only one selling. You won't have time for any other thing.
This marketplace I want to take in, what I'm even skeptical about, to get money to pay or get the place is not the problem. It's because I've once sold, and those people, they are what's it called? Their problem is just too much. Today they will come, they will say you're paying 200 for all these agberos. The next day they'll come, they'll say every month we are paying 7,000, 8,000 for space. So that is why I'm just in a state of dilemma. I'm confused. Should I go again?
No.
This route?
You're not confused. You have answered your question now.
Okay.
The structure doesn't work for you. Okay. So for now, the online one works. So let's do for other places that you can expand your business, because it's the expansion you're looking for now. That's why I was checking how much you're paying out every month. 30K is gone already. It's much in a month. How much are you making on the food stuff? Then you've not added transport that you use and go to markets. Then I told you what my problem is. Any business that you do that cannot expand, for me, I will not go into it. You must employ people. In that small space you're paying for, is there capacity for growth? Can you answer me? There's none, Abby.
I can't really say, a lot of what's it called, competition here and there. There might be growth, yeah.
So answer me that question. Can that business grow in that space? That's the question I'm going to ask you now. So you can see that where you're heading to, there's no road, and you're still wanting to put. I'm not still understand, but also check your spirit. If you don't have peace, look for something else to do.
Okay, ma'am.
But if your fear, okay, so let me say how to check it now. If it is money to buy food stuff, that one is not a problem, because people can give you. But my problem now is you're going to have to pay that money. Now, are you able to sell as much as in a month? Because I don't know how much markup you put. So do the calculation for me. Do you understand? If you make, how much am I, assuming I borrow 300 now, out of 300 in a month. Okay, let me assuming you borrow 300 and you buy 300,000 naira worth of food stuff. How much do you think you make at the end of the month? I mean, after selling all of them, how much can you make?
Food stuff business actually has money. It just depends. Food stuff has money. If you sell well, you can make in a month.
If I give you 309,000 to start that food business, how much can you make from it?
How many profits worth 400?
Is that good enough? Because you've not added your transport, your rent money, and other things. And we're going to pay back. We're going to pay back our capital. So that's one, you need like 1 year to pay it back. So that's because you understand me. Yeah. So just look at it. Dude, can you do the maths? Can you do the maths? Can you do the maths?
Okay. To calculate it.
Calculate it. If I borrow 300,000 from people now, when can I pay them back? Can you pay back after 6 months? What is called is breaking even. Can I pay back after 6 months? Can I pay back after 1 year? And when I break even at that 1 year, I pay back so and so. How much profit would I have made? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you sure? But the truth is that you can still borrow that 300 though, and ensure that you pay that money. You can borrow and start, Sha, but I don't know. I'm not comfortable with that idea, Sha. Because as it is now, you don't even know the food stuff you want to sell. You don't have any numbers. So go and do the number work and come back. So you tell me what I'm selling is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need so and so. I finish, because food stuff goes fast now. 1 week you should finish selling it. If you don't finish selling it in 1 week, it will spoil.
No, it's dry food stuff.
Like dry. Oh.
You see all those things, dry fish.
Oh, I can't do it. Do a financial assent, please.
Okay.
So Chika, you're the last person, then we'll go. Albertine, we're done now. Are you raising hand again? Chika, over to you, then we'll go. Chika, are you here? Chika is gone. Okay, so thank you everyone for showing up. I promised I'll release you by 10:30. Please go back. The video is on YouTube. Go back through those videos. I think I said so much. You understand? So just go back and take 3 things that you would do. Then also read the book I asked you to read. I'll see you next month, first Saturday in May, June. Okay, we'll come back here and you tell me how far you've gone. I'm going to have your names, all of you. So I'm going to take your reports when you come back, and I want to hear good stories. If you don't do well, I'll fine you. Okay, so God bless you and have a wonderful week. So those of you saying they need accountability, I've sent you the link. I'll post it on that group. Okay, so once you are subscribed, you'll be added to the group, and we're starting officially on the 12th of this month. God bless you and have a wonderful week. Bye-bye. Yeah. But those of you that didn't ask question, I don't know why I didn't ask question. No, it's not good for you.
Ma, I have a question, but there is no room to raise your hands up.
People were talking now. Why didn't you talk now? Is it my fault?
I wanted them to talk. I wanted to finish talking.
Talk. I'm going.
Okay, so what's like a practical recommendation? Sorry, my name is Janet. So what's like a practical recommendation you would give to a small business owner in terms of gathering their expenses in business? So it's something I struggle with.
No. Sorry, wait, I didn't hear the English. In terms of what?
Their expenses. So for a business that does like day-to-day expenses and you cannot track it exactly. So most times when doing my accounts for the month, I try to estimate. I think I'm a fashion designer and we make clothes. So sometimes most of those things, we don't finish making the clothes like in a month. It might just spill over to the next month. So when doing my account for the month, I struggle with, balancing, okay, at this point we did this, maybe we started calculating and maybe the running cost for that month, how to now infuse it into the next month. I don't know if you understand what I mean.
Your problem is record keeping now, because if you have the right records, analyzing the figure won't be a problem, right? So that record keeping is someone's work. Whose work is it? They're not doing their work.
I'm just a growing business, so I have people that work for me, and not like work, like more like teenagers I mentor.
Must keep records. So either it is you, I think 2 people. So you're keeping to check what they are keeping. That's how it's done. I have a friend now in Abuja that has a restaurant business. Okay, and she just hired a place and it's growing. So it's the same thing that we're also discussing. How do you keep records? So she has managers for each section, and I'm going to expect you to go to that level, but you must keep records. She keeps her record and they keep their record. So you must keep records. So maybe you can set an alarm on your phone every night before you leave. You can start with a book or Excel. Now start with book, but if you have Excel on your phone, fine. So you're imputing it every month. But what you can do is that you can create a Google document for your staff so that they're just putting it into that Google document. At the end of the month, once you go there, you're seeing the figure. Google has calculated it for you.
Okay, so I want
yes.
us to have like an example now. So for example, you're calculating fuel. So if fuel you use for one particular dress, if fuel you use for a particular dress, maybe you're making a bridal dress now, the fuel you use, maybe you didn't finish using it and then you used it for maybe another contract that came in, because maybe you have to pause that particular contract at that point in time to do other things, to attend to other things, other contracts. And then most times, this running cost, you are losing track of what amount of fuel can I use, because you cannot ascertain if there will be lights for this long, or what we are doing for this particular month, what's the amount we use in making the same clothes. What we use in making the A might be different from the amount we use in making B. The same clothes, so the same thing, but because of maybe the country, you can like say there'll be light this particular time, there's no light, there's fuel scarcity, there is all of those things.
Okay, so if I were you, I will work, because our issue now is data. You must correct the right data. So which one is more consistent for you? Is it NEPA or fuel? Which one is more consistent for your power source?
NEPA. Okay,
you have more NEPA power in your location.
Yes, but the amount we are spending on electricity, buying electricity is ridiculous. But we have NEPA.
Which one is more expensive, NEPA or fuel?
Fuel is more expensive.
So if I'm the one pricing, I will price with the more expensive one. The extra money is my profit, so I don't lose. That's what I was asking you.
Oh, okay.
You understand? So that's what I'll do. I price with the most expensive one. Then the extra money enters my pockets, and now check in a day, or you can do 50-50 if you're sure you used to have NEPA. So you check your NEPA bill for a month, take that as your cost. Check your fuel bill for a month, take that as your cost. So that's your power cost. It's data. Okay. You already have the data already. If you don't have data, that's when we're going to have issue. If you have data, I can tell you, give me your data for 1 month. Then we'll use it and plan. So you can do 50-50. My fueling cost for 50. Okay, like now I've gone on solar. I don't buy fuel anymore. But when I'm doing pricing, I put fuel money because my inverter money is my money.
Okay.
Because that inverter, the battery is going to die. So I must be collecting my fuel money. When it's time to change battery, I'll collect the fuel money and change my battery.
Okay.
So for me, I'll price with the higher item, then so that I don't lose that.
So all right, ma, one more question now. No, sorry, ma, one more question. Yes. So how do me as someone that just got married, how do I balance looking at having children as a family person and looking at that big picture I have for business? So I have dreams that I want to achieve in terms of my business and all of that. But at the same time, society and marriage expects me to be a wife and have children. So how do I balance? You see that year, this first maybe 5 years of say, okay, I want to have kids at this point, having to balance that and still growing as a business person.
Okay, I want to ask you a question. What if you're working in the bank? You have an opportunity to work with Zenith Bank, and they're paying you 5 M a month. Will you be asking this question?
I mean,
before you can't take the bank work. Plan your family. Put your children inside good crèche. Abi? So it's not, you can balance your family. Go and collect your 5 million and do your work. Love your husband. It's just mindset.
Yeah, it's okay, man. No problem.
So that's why our businesses must grow fast. Must do the necessary things. Create the system so that it will grow. So one mindset is that I can have. There's a video I said if we should go and listen to. I'm going to send you the link on that group. It's Mom Means Business. People here, you're either a mom or you're going to be a mom, and you can succeed in business. You need systems at home. People must help you. Do you understand? So you have to get systems, get people to help you, pay them. Okay. So, but the transiting between staying by yourself and employing somebody is challenging, but just take that decision. Okay. For me, I had to take the pain aspect. What I would have earned, I had to pay the people until everything picked up, and now I can pay them and pay myself. So it may get to that, but because you have a this, you just tell yourself, this between past 3 months. You understand? So your own is to go and look for more work so that the people that are inside the house must have work. And the people that you've employed. If they don't have work to do, you're losing money now. Why are you paying them? Are you NGO? So you have people working for you. You're going to be there. I am doing this. Come and buy. I do this. I'm selling. So you'll be getting there. Your own is to go and get them work. Their own is to do the work. And your account will grow. Okay. So any other person,
all right,
use
thank
the mic.
you very much, I really appreciate
it. God bless you. Any other person, use the mic and we'll go. Any other person, unmute yourself and we're done.
Hello, good morning, Ma.
Yeah, Vivo, hi.
Hello, good morning.
I can hear you. Yeah, hi.
Yeah, please, my name is Dumebi Ezokafo. I'm a fashion designer.
Okay.
Yeah, the question I want to ask is this. How possible is it to manage employees? Because I have this issue. I've employed 1 or 2 or even 3 employees in the past, and managing them is an issue for me. So because of that, it's quite difficult to build a team. I'm actually an empathetic person. So most times I start off with them by being nice to them. You know, even when they give excuses from work, I just accept it, you know. But they always take advantage of this part of me. So that's the part I'm having difficulty in, because I know that for me to grow my business, building a team is very, very important. So please guide me on this.
Okay. Have you worked in a structured organization before?
Yes, I have.
Where did you work?
I'm actually a lecturer in a university.
Okay. Does university have a problem managing their team?
No, they don't.
Why do you think so? Why do you think so?
Because most times they give us deadlines.
They have systems and they have administrators that also manage you people. Okay, so that's why companies have HR managers, because team issue is headache. It can make people, do you understand? So that's why they have HR managers. So just like you have a football team, there are rules and regulations. You must have work rules. Though. I used to be there when you just employ people. You wanted to be nice to them and they be nice to you. No, it doesn't work like that. So so there are 8. So if you're starting alone, you have to be see that HR component has to be part of your company system and structure. So by the time you draw your organogram, you have the MD. Under it, you have assistant MD. Then you now break other things. One of the legs there is HR. One of them there is finance. One of them there is operation. So because you're small, you must do HR work, or you can employ an admin person that must do HR work. So number one, I have to now start learning how to call salaries, and I show them there are fines. Okay, so so that's your HR may not even be you. They may not be seeing the person, but HR will be sending them mails. Do you understand? So it could be like you have a virtual HR person, but you're the one behind it. So you come and smile, you go back and do it. Do you understand? So set the rules, have team meetings, teach them. You see, anytime you notice a problem in the organization, it means that's the area you need to talk more about. So maybe once on Mondays, have workers meeting or company meeting. Mention those issues. Tell them that your virtual HR will get back. When it's time to flog them, go and use virtual HR and flog them. Send them queries. Sometimes I'm not saying cut their money, but if they notice that these people are serious with their systems, they'll be serious with you. I had an employee that was giving me a headache. I had to read the right act though. I said the rules. If you come late to work, if you come late after 9, if you're coming late, it's -500. If you come by 12, you forfeit your pay. It's written there. So if you like, come late. I had to get login app. I had to pay for one India. And when they log in, it shows their face because I'm never there. Or you can get the one that they use to press hand. It shows when they log in. So when it's time to pay them, you have to do pay slip. There are online apps that do that. You to print their pay slip for them. I'll check and check. Oh, yeah, you miss 5 days. It's 10 days. It's 2,000 remaining. Pay them their 2,000. So my people, you manage with systems.
Okay.
Because sometimes you don't get confused. I'm a nice person. Now let me be a wicked person. No, be yourself, but manage them with systems. Okay, so there are certain, so look for HR management principles. What are the 7 things I can do? Number 1, you must train them. 2, there must be rules and regulations. 3, there must be compensation too. Another ones. Then if you say those things in motion, they will comply. Then fine, make sure you train them. Training mustn't be external. It could be internal. Those things that they're giving you headache, convert it to training. Talk about it. Talk about the penalty and the other side of the story. Hope it helps, huh?
Yes, it does help. Thank you very much, Ma. And I just want to say thank you for what you're really doing for us. We really, really appreciate. I appreciate, Ma.
Thank you so much. So Marvin, yeah, good. You're the last question, please. I will go.
Okay, good morning, Ma. Thank you.
Yeah.
I just wanted to. I actually have a lot of questions, but I'll just ask 2. Firstly, for someone trying to recover from a bad investment, I invested over $500,000 on some. I sell thrift wares, so I bought some bills and they turned out really, really bad. So I don't know. Apart from borrowing to start again, is there any other option that I can use? Because the whole borrowing thing, I'm not really comfortable with that. And also my husband is also a no for borrowing money, and then you have to use your profit or whatever you get to pay back before you start. Is there any other option to be able to recover?
One option, 3 options. Number 1, pray about it. Ask God to intervene.
Okay.
Now, asking God to intervene is that when such things happens, now the enemy has stolen from you. And the Bible said when the enemy steals from you, command him to pay 7-fold. So you're going to ask God for restoration. And restoration could be in the form that it could be just a miracle. Somebody will call you one day and say, they want to bless you. And they send you that money. I believe in miracles. I'm not joking. It happens. I'm not joking. I won't say much, but it happens. Okay? And it can come in any currency. So let this be your first level. Ask God that I want restoration. I lost this money. There are scriptures on restoration. Go and look for them. I can post some on the group if you remind me of the group. That group is open today to answer your question. I'll send you some. Stay on that scripture to come. Then number 2 is you can use goodwill. Okay? So, but it's tough, but we can try that out. You can take things on account and sell. Part of that favor could be your husband supporting your business, or even your friends. They give you the money, and when you want to, that one has happened to me several times. I borrow money. If I want to do anything, I'll just call my friends. I beg, give me this one. I'll pay you back. Sometimes when I want to pay back, they tell me not to, but I say no, you. Okay, so don't kill borrowing. Okay. After all, when Israel wanted to leave Egypt, didn't tell them to borrow. They borrow, but please, when you borrow, pay back. So that's 2. So one I said is God can restore you. And I'm going to join my faith with yours. I'm going to restore you. Okay. It's also a lesson that you learned. I've also lost money. But it's normal. So don't feel that you're the odd person out. There are people on this God that have lost money. I'm going to still restore you. So secondly, try your goodwill. Go back to those people. How can Israel go and be telling Egypt that they should put them their trinkets, let them go and serve God? Waiting cover their eye. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And you may be telling me now, you go and meet them in the market that they will not give you market. Who told you? Are you not serving a living God? So that's another one. You can go. Ask God, let his favor go with you. You can. So for them that are keeping the bill, you're not selling it. So give them enough reason to trust you and pick up whatever you need to pick up. Then thirdly, you can meet friends and tell them, please give me soft 100K. I'll pay you in 6 months. But you're coming back, okay? And your business is starting. Yeah. So please make sure you join the CEO prayers. There are a lot of things that we're facing in our businesses that also need prayers. God's backup. When you come in, they pray about those things. Because on our own, sometimes you can't pray well on your own. But when you come to corporate prayer meetings like that, you pray about those things and God will show up for you. Okay, so everybody, I know we will not go if I continue. So I'm officially closing the meeting. Please go and join the accelerator group. I'll be with you on that platform. It's just can't pay that 15K small. I beg you. That 15K is to help the people that will support that group, and all that. So God bless you. I'll see you. When am I seeing you again? Whenever. Bye. We're on the group. Take care of yourself. Bye.
Bye. You too, ma.